Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. If you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Stand Tall Crafting Group. So come on in. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to bust out the positivity candle. I'm going to refresh my screen at the same time. I learned this in a class recently, but I learned this again this week about the difference between being able to multitask and what's called switch tasking. I kind of forgot about it because I took a class probably a couple months ago, and I kind of forgot about the whole thing. So I've taken several classes since then. Hello, Miss Kathy and Miss Leona. But it talks about multitasking and how effective multitasking really is. And it's really it's a time, it really takes away from what you're doing. And it's really not multitasking, it's called switch tasking because you're going back and forth. Hello, Miss Teddy Bear. Got our positivity candle lit. We'll slide that over there. Miss Lori's just finishing up on her page. I'm going to shut her down over here so it doesn't go on to the next one and the next one. Hello, Miss Krista. Thank you for sprinkling me out. My cameras, or this is working up here. Down here it's just spinning, but whatever. So welcome in, everybody. So today we are going to, for one, we're in the Stand Tall Crafting Group today. Hello, Miss Debbie and Aunt Anita and Miss Mary. Thank you for sprinkling. That's funny because I sent you a reel about accidentally multitasking. Yeah, so think about it as called switch tasking, which basically you're doing one thing and then you switch to doing another thing, but you think you're just going back, and then, you know, sometimes you forget what you're doing, and it really does make sense. I mean, it's legit. All right, let me get some paper towels here. So we're going to do a few things today because I am still trying to add little things here and there for my craft show. And there's just some things I've been wanting to do, and I just haven't gotten to them. So I'm like, well, let's just work on some smaller things that I'd like to do. This is, I don't know what this is, batting or something. It's just kind of like a cream. Hello, Miss Giselle. Sorry, I scared you. That was so funny. Hello, Miss Debbie. I was driving and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Because I wasn't originally in the event, but Krista, you know, asked if I could fill in for somebody who was not able to participate, and I was like, wait, didn't she say? But you know, sometimes I get the Eastern Central time zone, but usually Krista knows. My brain works on Eastern time, so when you said I was up next, I was like, I'm not even home from work yet. Hello, Miss Donna, Miss Cheryl, Miss Patty, Miss Connie, welcome in. I did panic for a slight second, but then, you know, me again, I'm at the stop sign and I'm looking at my phone because I'm in panic mode. I'm like, and I could see from the thing that I was not up next. It was Lori. I was like, whew, okay, she just skipped me, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hello, Miss Beverly. Okay, so we love that you. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. The days I'm not on, I'm usually home from work and I'm in my pajamas and in bed watching TV because I'm so tired. I've just been pooped lately. Hello, Miss Karen. So you guys, we're gonna take this. Like I said, I guess it's batting. Do you see it? Does it look like batting? I don't know. You guys know I don't know what this. I get it. I'm sure I got this at an estate sale. But I'm going to take some of my grunge and I'm going to grunge it up. So I'm going to try to lightly grunge it. Hello, Miss Linda. I'm going to stir up the grunge. I did microwave it for a little bit. It's nice and warm on my hands because the heat miser, my landlord, aka my husband, I've been telling him if the temperature in this house hits 59, it will hit the fan. Thank you for the stars. Oh, Miss Jennifer, thank you for the stars. You're so sweet. Oh, it looks like warm and natural. Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that what it looks like? I don't know what is that, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know what warm and natural is, but it's It's warm. Hello, Miss Jenna. You're about to drive, so I will be listening to you. Oh, that's perfect. Hello, Miss Nora. All right, so I'm not going to do it super, super heavy. Just enough to kind of give us that, you know, that vintage primitive look. I'm going to have to dry it, so I can't get it too wet. Anyway, I told the heat miser, well, thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate that. That if it got down to 59 degrees, or no, 60 degrees on our furnace or our thermostat, I was going to throw a fit. Well, I came home from work today and it was 59. It's cold in here, you guys. It's cold. It's cold. At work, they haven't turned the boiler on yet. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you heat misers? Anyway, I have a heater over here that I used to have in my other house. It's blanket bedding. You should have paid attention better. You know, Mother and I were a lost cause in that whole department. Hello, Miss Sparky. Okay, so just like a light, not too heavy because we gotta dry it. So I sent him a text. I don't know if he read it. Cause I have to text him on our work phone, so I brought my work phone down here to see if he responded, which I don't think he did. He has to work a little bit late again tonight. Oh, are you still there? Have they turned the heat on there? I know, 59. Well, it's only like 40, what did I say it was? 46 degrees. My car said 46 on the way home from work. And so last night, okay, so I went to, I think I told you guys, I went to Walmart and I bought myself a little heated throw that I can put underneath my, like the bedspread. And I warm myself up. The dogs love it. Hello, Miss Ronnie. We're all snug as a bug. And he gets up last night, my husband, and he goes over to the closet and he digs out a sweatshirt and puts the sweatshirt on. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm putting the sweatshirt on. I don't have heat on my side. I'm like, then turn the furnace on. What in the world? You're going to have cold dogs instead of hot dogs. The only reason why they're not cold is because they're sleeping underneath the covers, underneath the heated blanket with me. But he was mad because he was like, why didn't you just buy like a king size heated blanket? I'm like, well, I was at Walmart and I saw this heated throw that was only like $25. And I was like, perfect. I can put this over myself, you know. I wasn't really worried about you. You're not worried about me. Hello, Miss Glenda. Ooh, look how much that had in there still. Let's pull that up there. I really lightened that up, but that was saturated a lot more than I thought. Hello, Miss Lori. I love that print, Miss Lori. Love that. I, however, don't love the snake story. Ugh. Miss Lori had snakes back in the day. Ugh. Then she said one snake used to bite her. Yeah. This sounds like your husband. What is the deal? Like, why do we have to wait till, he said November 1st. Well, I don't know about that. I don't love that whole thought process. I don't remember us ever waiting till November 1st to put the heat on. Like, what in the world is wrong with you? But yeah, I've got my heater kicking over here. It's not like I can feel it, but I can definitely tell it's warming up the air right in this area. Because I can't pull it too close to me because it's plugged into like the wall where the fuse box, you know, there's an outlet underneath there. Because I couldn't daisy chain that bad boy. We would have blown a fuse. You have a heated mattress pad. I can't sleep if I'm... Oh, you can't sleep if you're... Well... We had a heated mattress pad prior. Okay, I think that's good. However, we have a sleep number now, and it's a split top sleep number. And I tried to go online to see if I could find a split top heated pad, and I couldn't find one. So, if you guys know what I'm talking about, like, our sleep number goes up at the top, but he can have his up and I can have mine down. So, the sheets are, like, split at the top and all the things. All right, so there's our material, okay? So now that I got that done, I'm just going to set that aside. And I've got an embroidery hoop, okay? You guys know I like my embroidery hoops. And I was looking at my my inventory of embroidery hoops. I get embroidery hoops at estate sales like anytime I go. And there's some, I just grab them. There's so much you can do with these. And they're usually uber cheap. Uber cheap. So I haven't gone to an estate sale. What did I do with my slipper? Hold on, you guys. You know, I'm all thrown off when I lose my slipper. Oh, I'm all thrown off when my slipper hides from me. You love your Sleep Number? Yeah. Well, see, we have heated feet on the Sleep Number too, but his heated feet hasn't worked in like a year. And he's like, and my heated feet don't work either. I'm like, you can call Sleep Number and have them come check it. He thinks I can only call. What in the world? Come on. All right. I'm looking for my Java paint because I want to paint this. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I'm just going to take this Folk Art Java and we're going to paint the outside of this, okay? Oh, goodness. This is even so cold it won't even open. Oh, shoot. All right, let me get a paintbrush here. So, yeah, that's that. I don't know what else I was saying. I don't know where Mother's at. I was going to check the 360, and then I got sidetracked. Forgot to see what she was doing. Air's still on. I had my furnace on. No, our air's been off for weeks. We haven't had. I think that's why he's like, because our bills were so high when the air was on all that time, because we got really warm and our air would be on. I think he's like, we're gonna keep it off until November 1st, which he doesn't even he doesn't even see the bills, you guys. I'm the accountant. He doesn't even see the bills. That's the thing. He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't know when I pay the bills. He doesn't even know if I pay the bills. Just kidding. He would know if it went dark in here. They shut our gas off. They'd be like, what in the world? I never stalked her. I never got to that. I must have got sidetracked. I went to look and then I got sidetracked. Oh, shoot. Anyway. So today at work we had a lockdown. We got locked down for right at lunchtime. I don't even know. I never did figure out the story. I was trying to go on the nosy page, and it was funny because there was a bunch of us that work in the building that were on the nosy page trying to figure out what was going on because we didn't know. They just told us the building is locked down. Now, where our building is at is feet from what you would call the hood of Battle Creek, because it's not in a good area, really. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be walking the streets in that area at night. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. But I don't know what was going on. Somebody said that there was somebody that they thought had a weapon and they were waving it in the air. But then somebody said, no, actually it was a guy had a radio with an antenna and he was swinging in the air and somebody freaked out and called the police. But I'm like, no, wait a minute. They said there was an ambulance, so I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to lay that down there so I can dry this easier. I don't know. I just sat in my office. It was lunchtime. That was the bad part, is it was lunchtime, and they didn't really notify the people that weren't there. They had gone out for lunch. So if people were trying to come back, they couldn't get back in. So they they don't lick us. They Miss Kathy, there's no licky. No, they don't tell us like when it's happening, because I'm pretty sure that the local police just contact our emergency center and say, we had an incident, you probably want to lock down until we get it figured out. Oh, shoot. Hello, Miss Michelle. I know, that was so funny. There will be no licking in the workforce. That'll get you sent to HR in no time. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me just go over this one more time. Just to cover it. And I'll probably end up distressing it anyway, but Oh, they frown on that. I think there's a course about sexual harassment that would fall into. Oh shoot. My very good friend is the what is her sexual assault prevention coordinator. I think it's her, whatever. She's my very good friend. She would frown on that. That would require paperwork and all kinds of things. I don't know if that, yeah, I mean, I guess that would fall into that category. But yeah, it was an interesting day for sure. Interesting. All right, one more round of drying. For sure. So what else has been happening? Nothing too exciting, really. I've just been working. Toppling, what? What is that, Miss Debbie? What's going on down there? What's going on there down in Louisiana? What do you guys got going down there? What's going on? Oh, shoot. That's too funny. All right. Yes, that would require paperwork. Nobody got time for that. An investigation, all kinds of things. Oh, shoot. We did have right before that today, before the lockdown, I guess my husband was coming down the hall and there's like a furnace room or something, like right down from where I worked. And I think he might have been, hello, Miss Elizabeth. How are you, friend? He might have been headed my way, but he never made it down there because there was water gushing out of that room. So he called the facilities and they came up to clean it up. And I was like, is that pee? Did a toilet leak? Because that would be what would be going on. And the one guy goes, yeah, Blake couldn't make it to the bathroom. I said, so what? He went into the boiler room? Hello, Mr. Marilyn. Your friend? Oh. Your friend from HR. Ew. That's funny. Oh, shoot. All right. Anyway, so lots of activity today. It was a busy Thursday. There was lots of activities. Oh, shoot. I guess never a dull moment. Tomorrow I'm only working for about 5 hours, and then I'm going to go to lunch with some of my VA girls. My two girlfriends that I used to work with at the VA. We get together. We don't get together nearly enough, but we get together a handful of times a year. So we'll get together this time for lunch, but then we'll get together again in December because both of their birthdays in December, so we always get together for that. So, all right. Are we good here? I don't want to get any paint on my, what do we call it, Anita? I'm not going to say what I thought what you remember what you said. I'm not going to remember what you said. It was light and something. Oh, shoot. All right, let me just distress it a little bit. Even though I just painted it, I know everybody's like, why do you do that? Well, that just makes me happy. That just makes me happy. Because I like to have my crafts looking, dingy. This is how it starts. One wrong comment, it goes south. Yep, it sure does. That's exactly how those cases start at work too. One wrong comment. The problem is working when you work on the same floor as your husband and he's such a smart aleck. He likes to claim that he's abused and, he's not safe at home. When they go to the doctor or whatever, and they're like, do you feel safe at home? I mean, I'm not making like jokes about that because I'm sure some people could actually answer yes. But every time they ask me, I always think, does somebody ever say yes? And then what did they actually do? If I said yes, what would they do? Hello, Miss Carol. Carolyn. I mean, what would they do? I mean, is it just a formality to ask the question because it's on the paper, so they have to ask it? But we have a social worker at work, and it's really, the social worker is really in place because we have military people, and they, you know, if they're gonna like deploy to areas, or if we have employees that are deploying, they work with the families to make sure, you know, families adjust to when their family member's gone or whatever. But he always would tell her that he doesn't feel safe at home and that I abused him. Well, I used to work with her at the VA, and she was a retired state trooper, and she was just like, okay, Blake, like, she wasn't buying it for 1 minute. All right, you guys, we're going to stick this in here. Well, I'm going to try anyway. Hello, Miss Donna. How are you? Yeah, and then she retired earlier, probably a couple months ago. And the gal who replaced her, what does he say to her the gal who retires name was Lisa. And at Lisa's retirement party was a lady named Carmen, which is the new Blake would have been. And what does he say right out of the gate? Just so you know, she's abusive to me. And Lisa looked at Carmen, and I did too. I'm like, he is so lying. I'm like, Blake, you cannot say that to people you don't know. She could take it serious. It could be a cry for help. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. All right, you guys, check that out. We got that in there. Now, you probably can't see it very well, but it is dingy, and I can see the cinnamon in it. So we're going to trim off this excess, okay? We're just going to trim around the back. So, yeah. Now, Carmen is well on to his antics. She's like, mm-hmm. So, you know, if for some reason I did whack him, like Carol Baskin, you know, give him a whack. I mean, not kill him, but, you know, just whack him. Nobody was going to believe him. Nobody's always going to believe him. I would never do that. At least not leave a mark. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No. I have a feeling that if I ever tried something like that, not that I would, I think my husband would smack me back. I don't think he's one of those men that would just take it. I think he would smack me back. Because we do that knuckle, you know, that knuckle thing from time to time. I think he would just probably smack me. And then he'd be like, she hit me first and she had it come. Oh, shoot. The dogs were very happy when I got home today because Mama ordered them bones. And the bones came today while I was at work. Espen almost didn't get a bone, though, because she pooped on the floor. Instead, she went outside, and then she came in and pooped on the floor. I'm like, you're impossible. Well, yeah, Miss Merrill, I know, but I'm just saying, like, when you go in, do they actually say that? And do they actually act on it? The question just seems to be so freely just asked now. It's almost like it's just a checkbox, you know what I mean? Like, they just check it off like, nope, she's not. Move on. And I just think to myself sometimes, do they really, what do they do? Do they stop the appointment and be like, we gotta call the police? What do they do? I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting. Okay, you guys, guess what we're making? You know, a snowman. Hello, Miss Marlene. How are you? All right, so I picked out some buttons, of course. Picked out some buttons. I think we're going to go this way with that, and then we're just going to go around like so with them like this. A couple of them are bigger than the others. She was bad. She's naughty. Okay, now I forgot what I wanted. If I had a big enough piece of this, I was going to use it for the nose. I was going to paint it. Let me see if I have a big enough piece here. I might just... Yeah, well, it's because it's been raining here. It was raining again earlier. I think when I got home, it rained again. So she just thinks that she can't be bothered. See if I can get a triangle out of this, or somewhat of a triangle out of this piece of Perfect. I'm just using my pinking shears to cut up kind of a wonky little triangle. You didn't guess much time. Wait. You didn't guess. Give us. Oh, I didn't give you much time to guess what you're. I figured you would know. Because that's what I always make. That's what I make. My booth for the craft show is just going to be like one big snowman. You like snowman? Come to my booth. You don't? No, just kidding. I'll have other things. I've got fall stuff too. But for the most part, they're probably fighting over bones up there. All right, perfect. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take some Pueblo. You guys know I like Pueblo. And I'm going to paint that. Did she try to take Espen or Edgar's bones? Because she didn't get one. No, they end up, I gave them all one. Give Kathy. Right. They all got them. I said I shouldn't have given her one because I got after her because she, not only did she, it's like she went on the, in the 3 Seasons room and she pooped on the floor. But then she came in and she was like, oh, wait, I'm not done yet. Turd, turd, turd. I'm like, it is Snowman Central. It really is. I just love them. There's so many ways that you can make snowmen. I just love it. I just love it. All right. Get this little guy painted. I guess his nose really a little guy. Little thing. That's Edgar. I had a dream. I haven't even told my husband this yet. Are you making a Santa? If he had an orange, if he had an orange nose. I haven't made very many Santas at all. It's pumpkin and snowman. Hello, Miss Judy from Massachusetts. How are you, friend? I had a dream last night that we had put all 3 of the dogs on leashes. So they were on a leash, but the leash was hooked to like a really long, like, not the chain, but you know how you can have those things that you twist into the ground and then like you have like a wire kind of a chain? I know, Miss Sparky, that's exactly what it was. And I was like, you guys are stinkers. So anyway, I put them, they were all on leashes, and Edgar like came up missing and we couldn't find him, and we were like running around a campground looking for Edgar. And I was so sad because we lost him. I don't know where I think I woke myself up and he was sound asleep right next to me, but I was like, oh, Edgar Allen, you scared me. I don't know. It was weird. I mean, he's hardly ever on a leash. Okay, I like that. That's cute. He's hardly ever on a leash because the only time they ever get on a leash is when I go to the vet. And usually with him, he's so small, I just carry him. He doesn't really even walk. Oh, do you guys hear that? So they fight over the bones. They all have them, but they fight over them. Somebody will put theirs down. I went up there earlier and Edgar had 2 of them. He was on the ottoman with 2 of them. Usually it's Edna with 2 of them. Janky one. Yeah, and I think that's what, and we don't even have any of those now. Like, that's been a long time ago that I even had those. I don't know, it was just weird. It's just like he's like he took off and he was just gone. It's like he smelled freedom and he was just gone. And I was all distraught. I was like, Edgar Allen, where's our dog? I don't know where he's at. I was so upset. But when I left for work this morning, my husband was still sleeping, so I didn't get a chance to tell him. And I only saw him like for a hot second today, and to tell him tonight I had a dream that Edgar ran away. Edgar Allen has a government name, yes. It's Edgar Allen. He's got a social security number too, yes. Oh, shoot. Ouch. That was weird. It felt like I burnt myself. But I don't know what that was. That was really weird. Phantom glue burn. was really weird. Oh, this is cute. Really cute. So there are, you buy 3 bones, 1 for each, but they, oh, that's Edna. She just will take them all. Yep, she'll take them all. They've been down to 1 bone for a little bit. So they were excited when I held up the bones. Edgar's eyes lit up like, oh, bones. Bones. Mommy bought, I might put his eyes crooked. Mommy bought us bones. Whoops, hold on. Not that crooked because this is the top. Come back over here. Yeah, we order these off Amazon. The brand is called Red Barn, and they're collagen bones. No rawhide for those little stinkers. But they're like collagen bones, and they love those things. And they last quite a while. They're long. They're about this long. I think I still might put his eyes a little crooked like that. Let's try it. But yeah, they're not cheap, so they hadn't had any for a little while. So I broke down and bought some. It was great to see me using my hoarder buttons. I've been using my buttons a lot. What are you talking about? I use them all the time. I'm not hoarding them. Gosh, this glue gun is awful. I gotta get rid of it. I gotta get rid of it. It's just like, it's like a runny nose. It just keeps running. You grandma pug named Edgar Allan Pug? That's awesome. That's awesome. Edgar Allan. Well, when we were naming our Edna, Espen, well, I had to come up with a 4-letter boy name, so it had to be Edgar, right? You bring Rip 3 bones. You bring him 3. He needs 3. All right, let me grab a piece of material. I'm going to tie a little bow around the top of this. Let's see. Just rip a good sized piece of this. I guess it's some ticking here. Rip has 4 kinds of treats. If you try to give him one, it looks like well, the new thing recently is because I've been making sandwiches. My husband likes to have, like, I guess he likes sandwiches for work, whatever. So I've been making them in the morning, and the dogs all know I'm opening the cheese, right? And they need the cheese tacks, so they almost all attack me. All 4 of them, our blind black lab including. She would like almost rip your arm off for some cheese. They just know before I even get the cheese out of the refrigerator what I'm doing. It's like I'm so regimented. Hello, S&J's Crafting Space. It's Sussy. Did I say it right? Sussy from Denmark. Well, did you just start your page? I think you've been on here before, but I don't remember your page name. Maybe I'm just forgetful. That's really what I am. Forgetful. Oh my gosh, look, you guys. Look at it. This is so stinking cute. Rip's not spoiled at all. Which Red Barn collagen ones? They have a few different ones. I'll have to look. I don't quite remember exactly what. It's a big, huge box. That's all I know. We've been ordering them for so long that I just go to the cart and go reorder. I don't even really look at them. All right, I think I'll just put a little piece of glue, a little dot of glue right there. Rip loves his auntie. Oh, I know I was going to tell you, I hadn't been at an estate sale for a while. However, sadly, my old neighbor, before I moved to Battle Creek, she passed away. I think it was this year, like maybe not that terribly long ago. But anyway, her family's having an estate sale at their house. OMG. I did not know that she had such amazing collections. I guess I never knew your page was called that, I guess. I'm wondering. collections of amazing things. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just can't even. I think Mother was going to go. All right, I want to put a hanger on this. I think Mother was going to go and check it out today, but I don't know if she did. Because I told her, she's like, are you going to go? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I won't go till Saturday. But oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much, like, the gal who does the sales, she did, a recording. I don't think she was live. Maybe she was live. I don't know. A couple days ago. And I was like, holy moly cannoli. I did not know she had all that stuff. I did not know. But they're good. It's good stuff. And it's beautiful furniture. Not that I'm going to buy any furniture, but, hold on. I'm looking for something to pull this through with. But just collections of jars and, oh my gosh, so much stuff. Linens. Holy moly. Did not know. Never knew. It's crazy. All right, I got it. I don't know where she's at. What is it? It's Thursday. I don't know what she's got going tonight. I don't know. Can't keep track of her. I can't keep track of her. All right. There's that. Let me tie this off. I feel like I need to put a little bit of something at the top of this. Maybe a bell. If she has buttons, I didn't see them in the pictures, but you guys, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. What do I need to put here at the top? A star, a bell. Oh, you know what I got? I got to use this. I got excited for a minute. Material and buttons. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the pictures. I don't remember material. I don't remember material specifically. Look, I got this it's a blush, cheeky, and spicy for fall. It's called Get Cozy, and I picked it up at Dollar Tree the other day. It's but I thought it was like a nice, like, flashy color for my cheeks. Not my cheeks, but these cheeks. But I don't remember, like, I don't look super close at the pictures, right? Where am I going to put this cheek at? Way up here? The buttons are kind of high on this one. The button's kind of high. Ooh, that's really cheeky. That's really a pink cheek. Well, isn't she a little sassy thing? You'll have to do an estate. Yes. Well, I'll see what I end up with, because I'm not going until Saturday morning, you know. Hopefully, there's got to be stuff left. Holy moly. There's so much stuff. So much stuff. I can share the link on my page, and you guys can look at the stuff. Anybody ever sees anything, I mean, of course, I'd have to charge you shipping to send it to you, but if anybody ever sees anything that they just can't live without and I can get it, I'll do it. Now, the cheeks are a little off because one cheek is over a little side and one's at the top. But isn't it cute? I love the cheeks. Someday I'll have to remember to do the cheeks before I put the rest of the face on. Someday. Someday. But I want to put something right up there. Maybe a star. Let me see what I got here. Oh, let me see what I got. I got a rusty star. She is sassy, isn't she? Would she look cute with a little star up there? What do you guys think? Should I put a little star up there? I could do a little bit of greenery. I could do a little bit of this. Good Lord. I could put a little bit of this greenery with some little bells. I could do that. Let me see. I could do a little bit of greenery right there with a bell. Hold on, or with a couple little bells. Let me find my bells. Oops, we went dark. We went dark. That might be cute. Yeah, I'm excited. I did not realize that I mean, I lived by them. I lived in that house for like 10 years. But I never went in her house. We only talked outside, you know. I never went in the house, so I didn't know she had all that stuff. I'm like, holy moly. She was a collector. And like antiques and cool, really cool stuff. Really cool. Okay, let's glue this on here. So we'll see what we can get our hands on. I haven't been to a sale in a while, so why not? After I was just telling myself today, after I was watching, if you guys know Miss Leanne from Dita's, what is her, I can't remember her name, her craft page name. Dita's something or other. Miss Leanne, she's decided she's no longer going to be crafting. And so she hadn't been on in a while. She had just taken a little break. And she hadn't been on in a while, so she did a live today. And it was sad. But, you know, she's got a lot of stuff going on with her family and stuff. And family first. And so, gotta respect that. Oh, I think I'll just put one bell in there. I used to see the pictures a few months ago. Facebook Marketplace. A guy was selling them. Wait, and there was, wait, what was in there? And there was an old mattress box spring. I asked if I could buy it. Oh my goodness, whoops. You zoomed in, that's great. So that wasn't even the thing he was selling. He was selling the manure spreader, but you saw a mattress, is that what you said? You were like, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so cute. Is that not adorable? Now, you could use this. You could use this as an earring, like this. But you could use this as an oversized ornament. That was so sad that she's not going to craft anymore. It wasn't it? So you can make another one and have earrings, or you just make it as an oversized ornament. I think that is so adorable. You guys, just an embroidery hoop and a few buttons and some material, and you got a stinking cute snowman. I love that. Okay, that's that one. How much time do we have? We got 20 minutes. Okay, so this last year I whipped up one of these. Okay, I get these. This came from my Aunt Anita's mother-in-law from their estate sale. My uncle, while we were up in the UP, my uncle snagged up some of these for me. And so this is, I took one of these last year, and this is what I did to it. Okay, you take a little bit. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Take a little Mod Podge. Okay, this is just what I do. You do not have to do this. You could just leave this like it is. But this is what I'm going to do. Take a little bit of Mod Podge. And you just kind of just slap it on here, wherever. I'm just going to kind of do it like on this corner. Aspen! You all have bones. Knock it off. Yeah, you all have fun. So last year when I was getting ready to do my craft show, after when I came home that night, it was only one day. When I came home that night, I was like, I feel like I needed to make a couple more things, right? So I came home and I found a little grater like this, a little flat one. And I zhuzhed it up, and I went back when I had the show that next morning, and sold this thing like right away. And I was like, see, I just had a feeling people would like this. So just take a little bit of Mod Podge on both corners. You can do whatever you want. You don't, like I said, you don't even have to do it, but I like kind of making it look a little rusty, a little old. Sprinkle your cinnamon on here. Ooh, I think we're out of the cinnamon in this here jar. So you just grab it up. You have to put it back in your jar. I've got more here. There's some on the floor down here. Just put it back in your thingy and try again. Hello, Miss Pamela. How are you? Let's see, what time is it? 42. Okay, we got time. So sprinkle it on there. Perfect. Perfect. Put it back in one more time. Still got plenty in there. Got plenty in there. That's Dollar Tree cinnamon. Put your plate back down here. You use that again. Don't throw that away. All right. So now what you need to do is before you make a mistake like I would do, is you pour a little bit of this Mod Podge in here, right? Because if you just keep dipping in, you're going to get cinnamon in your Mod Podge, and it's not a good idea. Have you tried the metal stuff? Oh, yes. Don't you remember I picked up that metal effects stuff when we were in Palmyra, New York? I was going to tell you that. I did a craft. What did I do? I came on and I tried it because it has like three. I think there's a 3-step process for that. It's called Metal Effects. Where's that at? Right here. I think it's Modern Masters. So there was the primer. There was the green patina. There's a perma coat sealer for it, and the oxidizing copper. So it was like this whole it's a Rust-Oleum product. That's what I used. I can't remember what I crafted, but I used it to try it. I tried it out on a live, but we went to Palmyra a couple years ago, so it's been a bit. I bought that at what was that shop called? The Purple. I can't remember. Krista, you remember that? We went to that one shop. The Purple something, I think. The Purple something. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a really cool shop. They do like IOD. They have IOD stuff, and they did some really cool stuff there. Hello, Miss Casey. Yeah, so that's what I did with that metal. I don't know if it was the same, but that's the kind I used before. I think I've only used it a couple times. But you can see how much I use you spray the patina on it. I got a little spray bottle down there. That's why that's. All right, you guys, we got to get this looking rusty crusty, okay? And it'll look like that when it dries. Purple Painted Lady. Yeah, Purple Painted Lady. You're good. You got a good memory. I knew it was purple something. That was a really cool shop. Kind of wish I lived closer to that place because that was like, they have cool events as well. All right, we get this all dried up. Robin said maybe take a bottle of cinnamon upstairs so Blake could use it on his so sweet. Oh, turn the heat on. Robin said that? He was watching. What the heck do you want? Oh, so yeah, now he's going to know what I wanted the graters for. See? This is a perfect example of what I could do with these. Once you get it all dried, it looks all rusty. Blake will be like, why does the cinnamon taste like it has glue in it? No, Circle K's pop machine has been broken for like 2 weeks. Yeah. I think I called on Tuesday before I left and asked. I haven't called back since. But yeah, their machine's been down for 2 weeks. So if you buy the big one at Meijer, and then you just keep you just wash your styrofoam out. I mean, I'm being like responsible to the environment. And you can refill it for $1. I've been having to go to Meijer. Which isn't necessarily convenient, but it's not so bad. Okay, you guys. There's pretty much dry. Pretty much. Still a little bit tacky here and there. I was just trying to get it, because I'm going to do something through the center right here. But it gives you that rusty look, okay? Okay. There's that. I want to make sure I got it straight up. That was the top of it. Yes, that's the top. Okay. So what I did is I took some material. I think I'm going to take this piece right here. Well, hello, Mother. Did you go out to the sale, Mom? You were talking about the sale. I didn't know if you had made it out there, if you went out there today to check out the situation. All right, so I don't even know. I'm going to come around the back. I'm probably just going to go like so. Okay. Yes, Mother has arrived. All right, so just tie this around the middle. Like so. Like I said, I don't even think I'm going to have to glue it. I'm just going to tie it. You didn't today going in the morning. Oh, okay. All right, now I think maybe I'll just put a little tiny bit of hot glue right here. And where it's at, if it goes through, it's fine because the material's right behind it. So it'll just catch it right there. Okay? And then you just tie a little knot with your material. Okay. What time is it? 49. You guys, up next is Miss Ronnie with Ronnie's Chaotic Crafting. She's up next in the Stand Tall Crafting group. I think I'll take the pinking shears again and we'll start way out here before we trim it. Again, the curtains aren't, or the blinds aren't open, so they're barking at air. Oh my gosh, these dogs. Is someone breaking into your house? Your alarms are going crazy, yeah. Well, if they are breaking in, can they steal the dogs? No, Mother. I bought them bones, and they probably hear something, but they also are probably barking because somebody took a bone and they're mad at them. All right. Cute little tied ones. Circle K's here are down to, we have 5 stores in town and 3, what did it say? You have 5 stores and 3 of them are down for over 6 weeks. One has had a sign on the window that says new Polar Pop machine coming soon. The sign says up for 3 weeks. Crazy. I don't understand. Like, I feel like they just replaced the pop machine not that long ago at this one. And then all of a sudden one day they're just like, the whole thing was down. So I wonder if it's like the carbonation or something, because they have 2 machines. So I would think if it was you know, like the machine itself, like, all right, I used 2 of these last time. Let me see if I can do it again. It's squirrels. No, that's the thing. They can't even see outside because I never open the blinds. Because when I go to work before Blake, I leave the blind shut because I mean, it's still kind of dark anyway, but I leave the blind shut so they don't bark. And wait, because they have kind of free reign. But who knows? Ding dongs. Blake's like, he always says, I've never had dogs that do this. I've never had dogs that do that. I'm like, well, you never had dachshunds, have you? Because this is what they do. And then I send him like meme after meme after meme, like with the same things. Do your dogs bark? Do they judge you? Do they do this? Do they that? And it's exactly what our dogs do. It's exactly what my Aunt Anita's dogs do. It's exactly what my cousin Aaron's dogs do. It's just exactly what dachshunds do. And it's all the same little shenanigans. That's what they do. They're pains in the butt. That's what they do. All right, I tied those together so I had something to like glue them onto here. On here with. That's what I was trying to say. What kind of dog do you have? Miss Janet. I have 3 wiener dogs. Don't they sound like it? They sound like pains in the butt. And the one barking right now is the sassiest of them all. And that's actually my husband's dog, and he just thinks she's just the most innocent thing, and she's not. She's a brat. She's a brat like Edna. Edna is a brat. Edgar's the best. He really is. I call him my sweetest boy in all the land. I tell him that all the time. I think you're my sweetest boy in all the land, because he is. He's the sweetest. He really is. They do. They love their grandma. They love their grandma, and Edgar loves his brother, my son. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, look. Isn't this stinking cute? So then I take this tag. Take the little tag. Let me do a little, how much time do we have? We've got 7 minutes. I wasn't sure how many projects I'd get done. I wanted to do one more, but we won't get to it, but I'll show you, because I did do one. I will show you what I'm going to be doing. I've got a couple. These also are items that I got from my my uncle's parents' estate sale, which I think they're stinking cute. I whipped one up while I was watching Miss Lori because I wanted to see how it would look. And the inspiration came from Summer from Hammond's Nest. You guys, stop it. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. I just went through my stamp stash. I didn't even know I had a snowflake stamp. Ha, imagine that. It's like Christmas when I go around this craft room. Oh, look what I have here. Look what I found. Okay, let's do, I guess we can do brushed corduroy. This is Tim Holtz Distress Ink. You have one barking wiener dog. Yeah. Well, I think that's one right now. I think that's still Espen. That sounds like her. She's not happy. All right, let's see if I can get this on here right. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Look, put a little snowflake on there. Let me dry it real quick. Let me dry it. It was almost a little bit too big. And I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to take some chalk teak to it. Do they ever stop barking? Well, yeah, they normally don't bark when I'm live, but the last couple times, and who knows what it's causing, that, you know, there's a reason, right? Like Mom said, if somebody busted breaking into the house, but sometimes they're just being naughty. Who knows? There could be a dog barking outside that I can't hear. That would probably be like it. It'd be a neighbor dog's barking, and they're just like barking at them, but wieners never listen, but they are smart. That's so true. That is so true. That is so very true. Okay, you guys, I'm just taking a little bit of chalk teak, just a little wax. And I'm just going to go over this so I can just kind of grunge it a little bit more. You're still going to see the stamp part, but I'm just kind of grunging it. I want to get the edge. When I took my scissors and I kind of roughed the edge, when you do that, you bring up kind of like the fibers in the paper, and it lets you kind of get that dark border on there, which is kind of cool looking. See that? Just like that primitive look. I love that look. Your dog barks at the wind. No, that's... Edna has supersonic hearing. That's one of the problems. That's not her barking. More likely she's got two bones and she's irritating somebody. That's probably more like it. That's probably happening. All right, let me dry this real quick. Just a couple minutes. Whew. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. All right, let me put this back in here. This was just the little twine hanger that was on these. They're vocal like their mama. Now see, they stopped. I don't want to jinx it, but they stopped. She probably got her bone back. Edgar and Edna, they can be fine. They can be fine, you know, and not carry on like that. But Espen, she can get going, and she's a little stinker. Let me see if I can fish this up underneath here. Let me see. Actually, I think I can probably hook it around. Yes, well, thank you, Miss Krista, for having me in your event today. You guys, up next is Miss Ronnie with Ronnie's Chaotic Crafting. You're going to want to check her out. And if you are in the Stand Tall Crafting group, well, why not? I always tell you, why are you not in there? Get in there. She has events. Miss Krista has events on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, one thing I forgot to add in here that I'm going to have to add in here afterwards, because I will finish, is a little bit of this greenery. I should have put this underneath. But I think I can still fish it in here. It can kind of be stuck in, kind of like that. Let me see. Let me see. I've got 2 pieces here. Might be a little bit long. I might have to cut them down a little bit, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Sis! Goodness. If I go upstairs, she'll just be looking at me like, what? What? What, bruh? You guys have got 2 minutes. Yes, I'll have to glue these in here. But this is what you can do with a cute little grater. You can whip it up. Just like that. And it makes a, whoops. Here, let me just glue those in real quick. We got 2 minutes. Let me glue it in there. Then it's done. And if you have like kind of like rustic or, you know, country decor, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Love it. Isn't that cute? I think that is so cute. And you can just, it can just hang up on the wall. It could be a leaner. Well, hello, Miss Jennifer. So there's that, you guys. That's going to go to the craft show. That one, and then our little snowman that we made. So we have those 2. And then here's the other thing that I didn't get to. I would have done this as well. But I have 2 more of these from my Uncle Robin's mom. So I took one of those, what are these? A spool? What is that? A spindle with spool? I don't know, whatever you call it. This was inspired by Summer from Hammond's Nest. She recently posted one that she put some ribbon on it. But I wanted to use my material, so I wrapped the material around it. And I used my buttons again, Miss Krista, and I put a little snowflake at the top. But it'll just, what are they called? Spindle spool. I never remember what the name is. Miss Marilyn will tell me. But isn't that cute? Oh, I love that. What is it? Could stick in your tree. Oh, yeah, you could stick this in your tree if you want. Yeah, you could do that. You definitely could do that. Oh, you guys, it's 6:01. I gotta go. Go check out Miss Ronnie. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.